All right, we want to break in right now. It's something, again, we just had cameras in the courtroom at this time, and what you saw earlier, or what we were able to see right now, and this is, again, just a raw camera footage here from a photog there in the courtroom. But he actually walked in the courtroom, showed the judge is seated at this time. The AG, Letitia James, is seated at this time. And the former president, along with his attorneys, also seated. We're kind of, Emma and I were talking about this, we're kind of wondering, typically cameras aren't allowed in court. It just depends on where you're located. Each place has different rules for that. So will the camera be in there? It was in there. Yeah. We got to see a full view just now of what it looks like in that courtroom. Sometimes you're dependent upon sketch artists.
And like we said, they might be just trying to find the best angle because it's a shaky cam right now. That's why we're back in the hallway with that more steady cam. We wanted to welcome back in Jesse Binnall, an attorney for the former president, although not in this case in particular. And Jesse, as we heard before we headed to break, you know, the argument as to why Donald Trump should not be speaking publicly about this case, why he should not be addressing the press. Do you see it the same way, or do you have a different opinion?
I actually disagree. I think that the American people expect to hear from Donald Trump on this, and I think he is the best person in the world to communicate to the American people, because at the end of the day, this isn't a real trial. This is a judge who's made up his mind. This is a show trial. And we don't live right now in places like New York City, in a place where the rule of law truly controls here. And so this judge decided to interject himself very purposefully into a presidential debate, into a presidential campaign right now. And so President Trump, recognizing that this is really what they're doing, is they're coming after him to try to keep him from getting elected president again. That's what this is all about. I think he purposely and very appropriately made his voice heard. And as we look at this image of the judge, I've never seen anything more inappropriate in my life of this judge being, smiling like the cat that got the canary here, because his political wish has come true. So far for this case. But this is a legally baseless order that he has already entered. We know what he's going to do after the fact. It's going to be more legally baseless arguments and decisions from this judge that I am confident that at the end of the day will be reversed by the courts of appeal. And what the previous guest said is simply not true about the fact that it doesn't matter if anybody relied in a criminal case on fraud. There's something called materiality. And so first of all, I don't think there's any evidence at all that there were misstatements on these forms. But the fact that no bank is shown to have relied on those and that everybody was paid back showed that anything that they could possibly rely on is not actually material. And so regardless if it's a civil case, a criminal case, whatever it might be, here in this case, it is, I think, very, very clear that that what we are seeing is a total politically based case by a political attorney general in front of a political judge.
All right, that's Jesse Binnall joining us. Wanted to give you a chance to, again, speak on this. Jesse, thank you.